Hi guys, my name is Himanshu and today we will be discussing about networking with Azure. So to start with, I will request you to kindly subscribe my channel for the videos. So in my presentation, what we will do today, we will create three networks, network A, network B and network C. In network A, I will be using the series of IP series of 10. In network B, we will be using the IP address series of 192.168 and in network C, I will be using the series of IP address 172.16.0.0. And the thing is, like network A and network B, both network will be in the location East USA and network C will be in the location West USA. And when I will create a network, then I will create a subnet as well. Subnet A, subnet B and subnet C. So to start with, let's first create two resource group like TC underscore East underscore USA and TC underscore West underscore USA. So the resource group TC underscore East underscore USA will be in the location East USA and TC underscore West underscore USA will be in the location West USA. So to start with, let me log in into the Azure portal first. So to log in into the Azure portal, we need to write portal.azure.com. Click on it. Let's wait. Now this is my ID. Click on it. Enter your password. I'm entering my password. Click on yes. And here it comes. Now this is the main page of Azure portal. So we will to create a resource group. First we will click on resource groups. I will give it a name TC underscore East underscore USA. First click on create. I will use the subscription as pay as you go. The name of the resource group is TC underscore East USA and the location and the region is East USA here, and it is a correct that I actually want to select. So I will click on review plus create. The validation is passed. I will click on create. Likewise, I will create another resource group TC underscore West underscore USA. To create that, I will click on create. Subscription pay as you go. The resource group name is this, and I will select the location West USA, but I am not able to see here the West US. So I will type in like WEST West and it will come here. So I will select it and I will click on review plus create and I will click on create. Now what we will do, I will create two networks, network A and network B, in the resource group East USA. So I will give my name of my network TC underscore East underscore USA underscore network A, and we will be using the IP address series of 10. So I see that both the resource group have been created. I will to create a network, click on home, click on virtual networks, click on create. So I will select my resource group as TC underscore East USA. So region already has come correct. The name is the name of my network will be TC underscore East underscore USA underscore network underscore A. Now the IP series I will be using would be of series 10. So I will give it a like 10.0.0.0/16. Let me remove this subnet. I will add my own subnet and I will give my name of my subnet as TC underscore East USA underscore network A underscore subnet A. I will use this one. .0.0.0/24. click on add, and I will click on next, security, next. Let's wait for the validation. Validation is passed and click on create. So network A with the IP series of 10 has been created. It is in the process. Soon it will be created. Deployment has been submitted. We need to wait for a while. We can see whatever we are doing, the progress we can see from this bell icon. Now it says that deployment is in progress. So it is created. Now again go to home, click on virtual networks, and what we see here, we will see that our virtual network A has been created. Let's click on refresh. Now we can see that this network has been created. Now what we will do, now I will create one network B. So network B, to create a network B, let me click here. Again I will click on create. Again resource group will be TC_East_USA. Name I will use this. The region is this. Now I will click on next IP addresses. So here I will use this IP series 192.168.0.16. I will add the subnet, and subnet I will give here with this name. So we will give the subnet as this one, and the IP address series will be 192.168.0.0/24. Click on add. And click on add, click on next, review plus create. and I will click on create. So we can see that now the network B has also been created. Now I will create network C. To create a network C, I will click on create. I will use the resource group as West USA, and see West USA has also come automatically. Now I will click on the name as network C. I will go for the IP series. Now here I will be using the IP series of 172.16.0.0. I will remove this default subnet as I want to give the name of the subnet myself. Click on add, click on next, next, next. Validation is passed. Now we will click on create. The deployment has been submitted. We need to wait for a while. Now we will see here whether now we click on refresh to check whether our network C has been created or not. C. Now the network C is created. Now what we will do, we have created network A, network B and network C, and both network A and network B are in resource group TC_East_USA, which has the location East USA. And network see this network C here, we have created this network as well, and the resource group for this network is TC_West_USA, and the location of this resource, all the resources will be in West USA. See, so in network A we have used this IP series, and this is the resource group, and this is the subnet. So we have already created all these things. Now what we will do, now I will create one virtual machine in this net, and I will associate that virtual machine with the name Solo 3071 with the network A, Solo 03072 with the network B, and Solo 3073 VM with the network C. And then what I will do, I will check, I will log in into these virtual machines, and I will see that whether I am able to ping this virtual machine 3072 from Solo 03071. I will see this, and then what I will do, I will try to ping Solo 3073 virtual machine from the VM which is in network B, that is Solo 3072, and I will give a name, user ID as tc_admin, and the password like this. Alright, so to start with, let's create a virtual machine. So to create a virtual machine, we need to go on home. I will click on virtual machine. I will click on create. So I will first create my first virtual machine, Solo 3071, and I will associate that virtual machine with network A. It is actually taking time. It's not coming up. Let me try once again. Yes. Now resource group, I want to keep this virtual machine along with the network which is in tc_east_USA, and I will give the name of the virtual machine as Solo 3071, and I will give it name as tc_admin. So the region is correct. Availability zone I don't want, so I will click on create, and see the image I have used is it is the lowest configuration machine. It has just 1 vCPU and 1 GB of memory. So I will be creating one 2012 R2 data center virtual machine from here, and I will give the name of the user as tc_admin, and the password will be sswrd@123. Now I will click on next. I need to provide hard disk to my virtual machine, so I will not using the premium SSD, rather I will be using the standard HDD because the cost is low in this case. Click on next networking. Now I will attach this virtual machine with the network A and subnet A. So it is selected by default, and the inbound port 3389 is also opened. Now we will click on next. See, now this virtual machine will have a public IP as well, and it will be created. It will be new and it will be created automatically from here. Now click on next, management, advanced, click on next, review plus create, let the validation pass. Now we will click on create. Now once this virtual machine will be created, we will create another machine, Solo 3072, and we will attach it with network B and network B subnet A. So the virtual machine creation is in progress. We need to wait for a while, and we can see the progress from here as well, from this bell icon. It has just submitted the deployment and it will not take much time. So since the deployment is in progress, what we will do, let's click on create virtual machines and we will create another virtual machine in network B. So I will again use the networking as TC_East_USA. I will give the virtual machine name as Solo 3072. Region is correct, no availability zone as of now, and the same 2012 R2 image, data center image, because it has and it is a standard _B1 size, and it has the 1 vCPU and 1 GB of RAM, so it is fine for me. Now what I will do, I will go to next disk. Again I will select standard hard disk drive. Next, networking. Now in the networking I will select network B and subnet A, because I have created subnet A in network B, so the name is TC_East_USA_network_B_subnet_A. Now I will click on next, management, next, review plus create. See, this is my first virtual machine that has been created, so it says deployment succeeded. Now for my second virtual machine, Solo 3072, it says validation is passed, and I will click on create. Now it will submit the deployment and virtual machine will be created in a while. As of now, it is in the process of initialization deployment. Now it is submitting the deployment. So before it gets finished, we will create our third VM. So to create a third VM, let's go to virtual machine. I will give my name to that third VM as Solo 3073, and I will attach it in the network C. Again I will click on create virtual machine. Now I will use the resource group as West US, because my region, I want my virtual machine and all its resources in the region West US. So I have created a resource group in West US only. So I will give it the name Solo 3073, and availability set I don't want as of now, and this is the image 2012 R2 data center, and it has a least configuration, 1 vCPU and just 1 GB of RAM, and the now I will be providing user ID and password. Click on disk, Again, I will use standard HDD because it has, otherwise the cost will be high. Click on networking. In the networking, I will select this network C and see this. The subnet will be West USA network C subnet A. This subnet is in the network C. And it will automatically generate a public IP as well. That is the reason here we can see it as new. See, my second VM is also created. Now let's go to next, review plus create. Let the validation be finished first. Validation is passed now, and now we will click on create. See, now the deployment is in progress. It has started. Now I will go to home. I will go to virtual machines. Now see, already I have two of my virtual machine. One is in network A and this one is in network B. Now what I will do, let me log in into this virtual machine and I will see whether I am able to ping both of the virtual machines with each other from each of others. So if I click on here Solo 3071, what I see, it has a public IP address and it has a internal private IP address as well. So to log into this virtual machine, I will click on connect. I will click on RDP. Then I will download this RDP file. Now it has downloaded. Let me click on open. I will be connecting to this virtual machine through public IP address. See, now what I have done, I am logged in into my VM Solo 3071, which is in the network A. Now let's open its command prompt first. Now what I see that it has its internal private IP address as 10.0.0.4. Alright. Now what I will do, let me log in into the another VM which is in network B. So I will go here. I will click on download RDP and I will click on open. See, my third VM is also created. See, it has now private IP as 192.168.0.4 and it has a public IP of 13.90.119.178. I am connected with this virtual machine through its public IP address. As of now, for both the VMs, I have been connected through their public IP addresses. Now, what I actually want here is, I want to see whether I am able to ping, both the virtual machines from their private IP addresses. So, what I will do, let me ping 192.168.0.4. It is not pinging. Simultaneously on Solo 3072, I will ping Solo 3071. See, both the VMs are in the same region, but since their networks are different, so they are not able to ping each other. Now, let me log into my third VM as well. So my third VM is also created and it is in West US location. Let me log in into this VM through its public IP address, that is 40.83.150.63. Again, I will click on connect, select RDP, download RDP. So I am logged in into my third VM, Solo 3073. Now we will check its configuration, its host name and its private IP address. So we are connected. Let me close this server manager. Let's open the command prompt. See that it's the IP address is 172.16.0.4. This is the private IP address. Now what I will do, already I have two VMs. Let's go to Solo 3072 here. Now my VM Solo 3072 is in network B and my VM Solo 3073 is in network C. Earlier I checked that I am not able to ping both of my virtual machine with each other. One was in network A and one was in network B. Now I will check whether I am able to ping my virtual machine from network B to network C. So let's ping this. Ping 172.16.0.4. And from network C, let me see if I can ping my virtual machine in network B. My network is going down, no worries. Okay, it has come back. So both the networks are not pinging. Let me connect with my virtual machines once again. I think network is. Let me try to connect with my network once again. Okay. So, and let me now ping this virtual network C from the VM which is in network A. So to check with so what I am looking here is the VM is not pinging. Now from network C, as quickly let me try to connect with network A. See, no of the network is we are able to connect with each other and we are getting request timeouts. So what I will do now, let me share my presentation once again. Now to communicate the virtual machine which is Solo 3072 with the virtual machine Solo 3073, which is in network C, I need to create virtual network gateways. I will create both virtual network gateways and we have to configure them so that the VM Solo 3072 can communicate with virtual machine Solo 3073. So to create the virtual networks, let me go to home and I will click here virtual network gateways. Click on create. I will give it a name like VNG1 and the location should be East US. I will attach it with this network B. I will give the name of the public IP. It will actually use a one public IP address as well. So I will give it a name as PIP1. And we will click on create after that once the validation is successful. So the deployment is in the process of submitting the deployment and deployment is now in progress. And let me create another virtual network gateway and I will associate that virtual network gateway with network C. Let me give it a name as VNG2. Let the location be West US. I will associate it with network C. I will give it a name as PIP2. Click on next, review plus create. And the validation is passed. We will click on create. Actually guys, this will take some time. Till the time we need to wait for some time. So it is in the process of submitting the deployment. Now it says deployment is in progress. Let's wait for some time. Let the this deployment be complete. We can see from here that the deployment is in progress. So once the deployment will be complete, we will be configuring both the virtual network gateways. So guys, I see that one of the virtual network gateway has been deployed and we need to wait for the second one to finish. So guys, now both the virtual network gateways has been configured. To check that, let's go back to home, virtual network gateways, and we can see that both the VNG1 and VNG2, VNG1 is associated with network B and VNG2 is associated with network C, and both are configured now. So if we want that our VM 3072 and 3073, if we want them to communicate with their internal IP addresses, which are their private IP addresses, then we have to configure them. So to configure it, let me first configure this virtual network gateway 1. I will click on this VNG1, then let me go on this. Let's first check its configuration part. Okay, now I will click on connection, click on add. Now let me give a name of my connection in a way that it should be from I will give it a name VNG TC underscore VNG underscore USA underscore east to west, from here to east to west. Simultaneously, when I will be configuring VNG2, I will give it a name like TC underscore VNG underscore USA from west to east. So let's start configuring this, the first one. Let me give it a name. Connection type will be VNet to VNet. Now I will select the secondary network gateway, which is my VNG2, and I have to provide one shared key. So I will give it a shared key as 1, 2, 3, 4 and click on OK. Now before it gets configured, we need to wait for some time, let it configure, then we will configure VNG2. So it is configured now. Let me configure the VNG2. Go to connections. I will click on add. Let me give it a name, this one, for the direction. VNet to VNet, connection type. I will select my VNG1. I will give the same shared key PSK 1, 2, 3, 4. Click on OK. Now wait for some time. Let it configure. So it is configured. Now we will check whether we are able to ping Solo 3073 from Solo 3072, which is our network, which is in our network B. Let me ping this one. Guys, see, it has started pinging. See, now what is happening here? Both the virtual machines Solo 3072 and Solo 3073 are able to ping each other with their private network IP addresses. Now let me see if I am able to ping this virtual machine A, which is in network A, from network C. So this is my, let me see, let me ping. So it is not pinging. Let me check, go to this virtual network B, and let me see if I am able to ping virtual machine A from the virtual machine Solo 3072, which is in network B. See, it is also not pinging. So to make them pingable, what we need to do is we need to do the network peering. And how we do it, I'll show you. Let me go to the virtual networks. Here it is network B, click on here. Now we will click on network peering. Here it is peering. And here we will add. Let me add the peering link name as let me give this name. And similar to for the network A, let me give this name. This would be for network A. For this, for network B, the remote virtual network will be network B here. Now we will again click on this thing, and we will click here, use the virtual network as a gateway or a route server, and we will click on save. Now we will go to network A, we will go to peering, network A, peering, network B. Now let's see if we are able to ping both the servers or not. See, now both the servers are pinging. Yes. So guys, what I will do, I will now make one more virtual machine, and that will be in network A, and I will see if both the virtual machines are in same network, will they be able to ping each other or not. So, but before I do that, let me create one subnet for this. I will go to subnets, and I will give a name of this subnet as TC underscore. Let me create it. I will give it a name as subnet B, and subnet range is correct. Let me save it. So the subnet is created. Now let me create one virtual machine, and I will create this virtual machine in network A with the subnet B. To create it, let me go here, create virtual machine. I will use the resource group as East USA. Availability zone, no. I will give it a username as tc_admin. I will give it a password. I will click on next. Disk I will select as standard hard disk. Go to networking. I will be selecting now. The network is A, but I will be selecting subnet as B. Next, 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 next. Review plus create. Click on create. Let's wait for this virtual machine. Now, why I have created this virtual machine? Because I just wanted to check if both the virtual machines are in a same network and with a different subnets. So, are we able to ping them or not? So, I have created this virtual machine Solo 3074. So, both the virtual machine will be in the same network and their subnet will be different. One is 000/24, one is 10.0.1.0/24, but the location is same, regions are same. Let's see. The deployment is in progress. We need to wait for some time. What I will do is I will try to ping Solo 3074 from Solo 3071 and vice versa. We'll to check whether we need to do some kind of network peering or what we need to do so that both the VMs should ping with each other if they are in different subnets. Let's see what happens. See, now the virtual machine is created. Let's go to resource. Now I will again go to click RDP and see here the private IP address is 10.0.1.4. Now I will go to RDP and I will connect with this virtual machine through its public IP address and will try to ping these virtual machine with their internal IP addresses. Let's see what happens. Now let me ping the VM, this VMs, because both are in same network. Let's see. Yes. So we are able to ping this VM. Now I will ping 10.0.1.4. So both the VMs are pinging. So it means if the VMs are in same network with the different subnets, it is pinging as of now. From this one, let me ping VM in the network C. It is also pinging. Now let me try to ping the VM in the network C. It is 172.16.0.4. See, so from subnet B in network A, we are not able to ping the virtual machine in network C. So guys, thanks for watching my video, and if you like, please press the like button and click on the bell icon to subscribe for the new videos. Thank you.